the role of HR and recruitment in developing innovation in an organization?
I think HR is essential, and I'm sure, Suzanne, later you'll have a lot to say about that. But I mean, having the right people with the right mindset when they come into the organization, and also building the capability internally for innovation is very important. Because
and Suzanne's point, though, about in existing capacity, I mean,
yes,
presumably that is just as valuable, or is
exactly.
That more
well, that's, I mean, really going back to what we were talking about earlier about the kind of innovation diploma. So whatever HR can do to build innovation capability within the different within the organization will be great. But it's about giving people, first of all, the mindset for innovation, because innovation is a lot about challenging the status quo, is about challenging the way things are done. It's about thinking outside the box, thinking creatively, and not just following, the tradition of the way things are done within an organization, but also providing the right tools. So whether it's different approaches for workshops or different tool sets or access to spaces and experts and data to allow people to innovate, it's also important. And I think HR can play a big role there.
And Suzanne, the same person that actually sent in a follow-up question asking about the use of people analytics to assess proper performance. I mean, is it?
Yeah, that's a whole area of HR that is quite up and coming in away from factory environments and manufacturing, where what you can do is you can actually look at the performance rating and KPIs of individuals, and ultimately it's looking for the productivity of individuals or teams versus the value that you're getting back. So if you are, HR analytics is very much about saying, well, if I'm investing X amount per month in salaries to the from the organization, is the organization actually getting value for money back? So if somebody is a top performer, you're probably getting very good return on investment. But how many of your employees are actually top performers? And so HR
one top performer.
It's usually a slim layer at the top, your top performers. And then you might have a majority somewhere in the middle, and you'll have some poor performers. And the whole point of HR analytics is very much to say, well, what are we going to do about those poor performers? Because we're not getting value for money. And actually what's happening is that the people who are the top performers are having to now work harder when we could to cover almost for that poorer performance. And then what it means is that our top performers aren't focusing on the future. And that's really where the future of the organization sits, is with your top performers. So HR analytics is gaining quite a lot of strength in taking and using, again, trend analysis, which we've talked about, of past performance reviews and KPIs on individuals to see, well, actually, how are we moving forward as an organization with our return on investment?
And if, Salman, you've talked about the progress, huge progress and success at EGA from the ideas scheme and from research and development. How much of that is focused on the process of producing end product, and how much is on recruitment? I mean, is recruitment a big part of the innovation story at?
I would say, I mean, because the discussion is around what HR can do with analytics or AI, or I think since we are in the forum of setting of innovation, I think we have to move away from these traditional definitions. Okay. What HR does for us, they will collect, they will use third-party questionnaires, so you can tell whatever you want to say in a very personal way, and nobody knows who said those comments. They collect and they play it back to the supervisor, to the superintendent, the line managers. And it's the line managers, not the HR, who find solution. For example, one of the things which we have introduced, we have taken part of the annual bonuses and we've given it to the supervisory level and say, you know what, you are working with the team all the time. And yes, there is a governance, a little bit of governance put in, and on a quarterly basis, no questions asked, they can give these monetary rewards to whoever they think has been the best performer. So here you are, where the shop floor level, the guy's thinking somewhere up in the hill, the HR, how does he know what I'm doing? To what he's directly interacting with his supervisor, and he says he's the guy in charge who's doing it on a quarterly basis. So you empower the team. And the role of the HR is collect their feelings, emotions, and what they have to say and play it back to the line manager. Say, hey guys, not what I am doing about it. This is your people. These are, I mean, we do the same approach with finance. We do the same approach on safety. I don't go and give, or try not to go and give many lectures. We go to them and say, hey guys, how can we help you? You tell me what needs to be done. So we have turned it completely upside down. And I think if people are still expecting IT department to come and solve their issue, or a HR department to come and solve their issue, in our view at EGA level, I think you're missing the boat. It's the line manager, they need to take
Some of
charge
these
of
old
it.
structures need to be
And
ignored.
And we are very happy to show you how we have improved on all those levels by empowering the shop floor. They are the guys who are running the show.